Hello everyone, I'm Becky Goldsmith with Piece of Cake, and I would like to show you the inside of my new book, 100 Whimsical Applique Designs. And it's not just my book, it is written together with Linda Jenkins, who was my partner in Piece of Cake for many years. She's retired, but really she comes back. She came back for this book. If you thumb through the book from back to front, what you're going to notice is that there are 100 pages of patterns. Each is different. They're whimsical. There's all kinds of patterns. There's flowers and kids designs and animal designs and just all kinds at all different scales. And on each of these pages, there are little color thumbnails. And I'd like to tell you that each and every one of these was hand colored by me, and no two are alike. The color combinations are different. So as you thumb through the book, you should get kind of a lot of inspiration color-wise just from the kind of colors you see in these thumbnails. Now, the other thing that you'll notice as you go through is that the scale of the patterns changes. So some of the flowers are really big. These are 8-inch finished blocks. There are charts in the book that tell you how to scale the designs. If you wanted to make this smaller, as small as a 4-inch block, or bigger up to a 48-inch block, I think, we've got a chart that tells you how you can do those enlargements. But the other thing is that this book is designed for you to be able to mix and match blocks. So let's say you wanted to combine one of these large scale blocks with something that's much smaller scale. Well, remember that you can reduce the bigger block or enlarge the smaller block to make things fit together scale-wise. And way at the front of the book, if you happen to read instructions when you open a book, there is this bit of information that suggests that when you are mixing and matching blocks, you do want to pay attention to the scale of the designs. Let's see, what else is in here? There are 5 gallery quilts. Linda and I each made quilts. She made 3 of them, I made 2 of them, where we either chose one block, as Linda did here, and made it big, or combined other blocks together to make something different. On the instruction pages that come with each of the gallery quilts, you can look up and see which blocks were used inside the quilt and whether they were enlarged or reduced. It's all right there so that you can reproduce these patterns. Soon, there will be some standalone digital patterns. They're separate. They're not part of the book. They will be for sale separately. So let's say you just want to make this quilt and you don't want anything else in the rest of the book, although I don't know why you wouldn't. But there will be an opportunity to buy standalone digital patterns for these 5 gallery quilts. What's nice about the standalone patterns is that, for example, this is one block in the book that has been enlarged 675%. You can do that at a copy shop. You can follow the information in the chart and get to this size. But if you would rather download those pages already enlarged and then trim and tape them together, you can do that. That's why we did those standalone patterns. You do not have to have them to make these quilts. It's just for your convenience if you wanted to. Also, the standalone patterns have the yardage and cutting instructions for these 5 quilts. And you might think, well, why didn't we just put that in the book? Because there's not room. Because there's 100 pages of patterns plus a little bit of minimal applique instructions and just general basic information there. The focus of this book is the patterns. Each and every one is different. They are wonderful whether used individually or put together. You could combine these with other quilt projects that are not Piece of Cake. And in addition to the 100 block patterns, there are 4 border patterns that you can use with these blocks. They're wonderful. And there is this handy visual index for the blocks that has the block number and the page number you can find it on at the front of the book. That too makes the book easier to use. I hope you have enjoyed seeing inside the book. I really hope you enjoy using it, and so does Linda. We are both so proud of 100 Whimsical Applique designs. So, thank you for watching, and may you have many happy stitches.